Alright, hello, welcome back to my podcast titled Helping Nick Janus Terraforming for Nick Janus. If you're not Nick Janus, please turn off the video. Okay, thank you. In the last episode, we had gotten to the point of our terraforming file and terraforming project where we were rocking and rolling. We had performed Terraform and it, and all was good. All was pretty cool. We had a provider. Alright, that's enough recap. In this episode, we're going to create some stuff, an S3 bucket, and we're going to look into some other cool things. Cool. Alright, so we're in our folder. Great. Let's make a file. We're going to call it locals.tf. Alright, goodbye provider. We're not going to need you anymore. Ever again. But we are going to use this locals.tf file. Locals are like local variables. They're cool. So we're going to call a local back and name. And here you just put a string in. I'm going to call this string demo tf back and it's 3. Let's hope that no one has that one, because it's gonna be an S3 bucket name, and those need to be unique. Okay, cool. We look in our Terraform folder. We got 2 Terraform files now. That's tight. Okay, now this on its own doesn't do anything, so let's do touch s3 dot terraform file. Cool. So now we have another file. Let me just drag it and drop it. So what are we gonna do in this file? Well, this is also a really good chance to show you how to do stuff with the computer. There's a website, it's called Google, and you can use it. So I'm gonna terraform.s3 bucket.module. I want the module because those are usually better. They do a lot of stuff automatically, and if you can learn to use modules, it's gonna be good. Okay, so when you land on a Terraform website, AWS module, make sure you're on the latest one. Then what you want to do is you want to copy this code over here, and then you're gonna use it. Cool. So goodbye Google. You've got what we need. So it says right here we're gonna need to insert 5 required variables. And that's not totally true. You don't need to put in 5. Let me just quickly read the readme just real quick and see if that's true. No, it's definitely not true. There's not 5. So there's just 1. So the one required one is the bucket name. And you just call it bucket, and then we're going to say local. And what do we call our thing? We call it like backend name. Backend name. Great. So now the bucket is pointing at locals in this other file, and that points at this string. So that string is there. Why did I do that? Well, I'm just showing you that if you put things in one TF file, they happen in another file. And why did I use a module? Well, again, just to push things along faster. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna terraform plan. Oh no, it's not working. Why is it not working? Oh, I need to terraform init. Dang, that's right. So why do I need to do that? Well, a module, it has a source, and the source is online. So just kidding. The whole time I knew that was gonna happen. It was a fake. It's a fake surprise. So anyways, we do terraform init, and it goes, hey, I'm gonna download this module because you need it. And then I go terraform plan, and this time it's like, well, you got all the files you need to make your plan happen. Let's check it out. What's gonna happen? Wow, so stuff's gonna happen, huh? So this everything after here is the execution plan. This is our plan. We're gonna create what's it gonna do? It's gonna make a bucket, and it's gonna have some stuff. And you know what? This is not really exactly what we want, because, you know, if we're making a backend bucket and you don't know what that is, we're probably gonna want to block access to it. So I'm gonna put in a little thing I know about. It's called restrict public buckets equals true. Why do I want to do that? Because I don't want nobody poking around in my buckets. Don't even think about it. So now I'm gonna plan again, and this time is gonna update to include that new part of my plan, because I want it to happen. Great. So let's Terraform apply. So when you Terraform apply, you tell it actually do all the stuff I just asked you to do. That's what you tell it to do. And then it says, hey, only yes will be accepted to approve. So I'm gonna hit yes. Oh, there's an error. Only lowercase alphanumeric characters and hyphens allowed. Okay, that's pretty easy, right? So what it's saying is, over here, these underscores, those are illegal. But that's easy to fix, right? You just go in here and you fix that. That's hype. Cool. So let's just not plan. Let's just do it. This is also a good example of how code that is correct to Terraform is not necessarily correct to Amazon. So I'm gonna pretend like I did that on purpose. So anyways, you do this again, and you say yes again. Oh, okay. So right here, these are like status reports about what happened. So it created this bucket, and then it set some settings, and then it's done. Cool. How do we know it's done? Well, one, we could do some outputs, and I'll show you right after, but you know, just because you might not even believe those outputs, I'll just show you my AmazonOnline.com website. So over here on my website, Amazon is my new bucket, and it exists, right? And you think, well, you could have made that before. You're sneaky. I know you're sneaky. Well, fine, fair enough. So what I'll do is I'll do Terraform destroy, and this is just to prove, you know, that what I did is a fact. So alright, so it's destroyed now. So if I go over to my AmazonWebsite.com, it's gonna say, hey, that doesn't exist. That used to exist and now it doesn't. Something's wrong. What happened to it? Oh, there's some kind of error. It happened so fast, I beat Amazon. Amazon doesn't even know what happened. So that's what we did. We made this bucket, and then we took it away. It's gone now. Just like that, all with the code. And you might say that looked harder than just clicking, but shut up. I'm telling you it's important. Okay, so that's cool, that's great. You know, you can make a module, you can import it, you know, you can get a bucket. That's cool, that's whatever. You have the back end, that's nice. Let's say we want to learn some stuff. So I'm gonna touch output.tf, and then I'm gonna drag it and drop it. Don't do that, kids. Alright, so you when we made that thing, we kind of had like some feedback, but maybe not the exact feedback we want. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make an output. I'm gonna call it backend bucket domain name. It doesn't have to be that long. In here it can be anything, and it has a value. And also I think it can have The value is a list, but I'm just gonna put in one thing. So it's a module, and it's a S3 bucket module, and it's this S3 bucket module domain name, I think, because that's what this is called. This is called the S3 bucket. Heck yeah! So it's this S3 bucket domain name, and that's it. So let's I'm sick. I type in Terraform apply. So I have an alias tfgo. Tfgo is just Terraform apply, and then it auto accepts it. So just gotta believe it. That's what happened. Alright, cool. Here's our output. So compared to last time, up here it finished, it was like, hey, I did it, great job. Down here it's like, hey, I did a great job. And then it runs the outputs. So the outputs, we only got one in there, this one, and it says, hey, this is where it is. And that's where it should be, because that's what we named it. Over here we named it that. So that's what it should be. All's good. That's tight. And then I think now is a great time to show you the remote state file. So here's a remote state file, and this is one that has some stuff in it. And the reason it has stuff in it is because I made a resource, and I made outputs, and what else? I got a module in here. So I got stuff running. I got like this is where it keeps track of what you've applied and what is currently running, so that if you want to destroy it, it goes and it destroys all this stuff. But the thing is, I want to keep this particular bucket because I'm going to use it as a backend. So I'm going to do something, and you should never do this, but I'm just going to show you, they can do this. So I got a file, got this file over here. It's my folder, my demo. There's a Terraform state, a Terraform backup. Boom, delete these bad boys, they gone. So now when I go like Terraform destroy, it's like, oh, okay. I mean, nothing exists, but I'll do it. And if we check the current state file, look at it, this one right here, check it out, there's nothing in there. No outputs, no resources, none of that exists, because I intercepted the one that was running and I deleted it. Don't usually want to do that, but I want to keep this bucket. So I'm just going to keep it, and it's going to be there. I'm going to use it a little later. See? It's there. It's good. It's a good bucket. Okay. That's it. It's the end of episode 1. Let's recap real quick. Alright, so it's not the end. Got locals. You can save files in here. They're locals. These are kind of like things you only need to know locally. We're not going to need these anymore. Goodbye. Outputs. When you do something, you might want to know about it. Like the domain name. We're going to keep this one. Sure, why not? Modules. You can Google them, and you can learn about them, and they're pretty well documented. Some of them are really useful. We made S3 bucket with one of them using this local bucket name, but again, we're not going to need this because we're happy with that one bucket we made. And Terraform TF state. This is very useful file. And the next one we're going to talk about hosting it remotely so that no dumbass deletes it, because that sucks. Alright, that's the end. Where's the damn off button on this dang computer?